Alright, what's up everybody? It's a Blue Drake, and I have a feeling this video is not going to get as many views as some of my other videos, but I just have to show you this because I think it's the coolest thing ever. Welcome not just to Doom, but a free version of Doom that's been created by the community that probably has one of the biggest modding communities and modding workshops that I've ever seen before in my entire life. And it's going to be kind of hard to explain exactly what this is and why it's so cool, so hopefully you're going to not just judge a book by its cover and bear with me for a second so I can show you exactly why I think that this thing that you're looking at right now is basically the coolest thing ever. Alright, so I'm sure you guys know what Doom is, right? But you don't know what Doom is like this. And that's because this isn't really Doom at all. Welcome to what is probably the most massive open source development project, at least for a first-person shooter, that I've ever seen in my entire life. And again, like I said at the beginning of this video, explaining the entire history of how this project even came about to exist would be insanely complicated. So for your all's purposes, all you really need to know is this. Once upon a time, well, over a decade ago now, the Doom community decided to band together and make their own completely free open source version of Doom. Now, this is old news. They made it, they released it, it's awesome. It's called Free Doom, if you want to check it out. I've got links down in the description. But what happened after is what is probably the coolest thing in the world. Because after an open source version of Doom was made, and you've got the Doom engine that's completely free and open source, and you've got now a Doom game that is completely free and open source, the Doom community eventually went one step further and made this. And I know it looks stupid, but I'm telling you, you gotta download this right now because it is probably the best free gaming experience that money can buy. Welcome to Zandronum. And again, if you want to get this, there's a link down in the description. This is completely free. And here is how it works. You literally pick anything from this list. And when you join, Zandronum will download all of the mods and all of the content for that game. And that's basically it, because with that simple system of it just automatically downloading all of the content for whatever game you join, that means there is an infinite amount of free Doom-based games here. And I think the thing that just blows my mind the most is just the sheer variety of content that exists. Like, you can go from a Mega Man retro total conversion to an Aliens survival total conversion in like 2 clicks, just joining different servers that are right next to each other. And I could literally spend hours just exploring all of the random, crazy, and somehow incredibly high quality stuff that the Doom community has apparently just made for Doom. Like, look at this. I just happened to find a complete Dark Forces Star Wars remake of Doom just as one of these games. Is this not sick? So, if you want to go and download this completely for free and have basically a limitless retro first-person shooter experience, click the link below, go download Zandronum, get Free Doom and Doomseeker and everything that it comes with installed, and basically start exploring the infinite world of the Doom modding community. Personally, I think some of my favorite mods for Doom is the Aliens mod. I mean, it's just, I don't know why. It works so perfectly with the Doom engine. But there's so much else that you can explore. And I'm sure things that I haven't even discovered yet. And all of these are natively multiplayer, but also single player. Anything that you download and play, you can also play offline
as well as playing with friends. Like, it is that flexible. And another reason why I think I wanted to make a video about this is because this is what I would consider the ultimate version of any game, where you have this infinite creative community of people sharing their mods and content with this multiplayer server browser integrated into this content creation workshop, and it's all free. Like, that is the ultimate version of any game. And I think one of the biggest reasons that I wanted to cover this, even though I know, a lot of the people that follow my channel aren't particularly interested in retro shooters, is because this project inspires me a lot. This is the kind of project that I would want my own game to be when it is done. And as you guys know, our community is working on a game called Operation Harsh Doorstop, and it's not a retro shooter, it's a modern Unreal Engine 4 tactical shooter, but this is the ultimate objective. I think if I could point to anything to show what I want something like Operation Harsh Doorstop to be when it's done, this is it. Just a free platform where people can just make content. And when that content is made, you can go into a single server browser and just explore everything that everybody has made in this infinite decentralized community. And a lot of people have said that dream is kind of impossible, that it would never happen. Like, when I explain my ultimate vision for Operation Harsh Doorstop, and I'm like, imagine if we made this free, open game with a modding SDK and everybody could play it and share their mods and have it be multiplayer and single player and everything in between. And people are like, that's impossible. That could never happen. And that's why I like going back in time and showing projects like this and saying, this has totally happened. This is totally possible. Back in the day, Doom used to be a fully priced game, and when they started the open source free Doom project, like, I don't know, 20 years ago, I'm sure there's a lot of people that were saying the same things. There's no way you could completely recreate Doom and then make it free, and then make it both multiplayer and single player where people could seamlessly share mods and automatically download content when they join servers. There's no way that you could do that for Doom. And now, 20 years later, granted it took a while, here it is. Here is a completely free version of Doom with this infinite modding community, both multiplayer, single player, where you can join any server and it'll automatically download content from that server, or you can play offline or cooperatively. Like, it's all here. The dream that I had for Operation Harsh Doorstop has already happened for other games in the past, and if we could do this again, not for Doom, but for a modern Unreal Engine-based first-person shooter, imagine if we could get it to this point. Imagine if we could release it for free and people just take it and start running with it, and something like this happens. That's the ultimate vision. So, naturally, if you want to download this, play it for free, links down below. It is so much fun. You will get lost in this so fast. And thanks so much for watching this video, even though I know this isn't like a photorealistic modern shooter, but I just had to show this to you guys because I think it's really cool, and it really reflects everything that I believe in when it comes to, like, gaming and modding and just making games in general. So, besides that, hopefully you guys stick around, press that subscribe button. I love showing you all weird, cool stuff like this. And again, if you want to also support our own project, Operation Harsh Doorstop, which could hopefully one day basically be like this, but for modern games instead of like really old school retro games, then go support us on Patreon or go and subscribe to my other YouTube channel. Links down in the description for that too. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. And remember, Blue Drake loves you. Cheers.